Game is
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 18 Gator. 59. Mike to 59. Let's make these bets go.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Williams. And an alley to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
I'm going back to you.
From the 27, Mayfield. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards that time.
Go now. 10 over.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Where's this at? Like an egg! Hey,
Watson, off play action, sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Okay, ready? 59. Mike's 59. On the ball. Ready?
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
55.
Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. That's a gain of 11, would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ready. 90, Wolf. 59. Hey, check. Shoot.
On second down, it's Williams. Williams loses the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They'll try the left side. Dive. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watson looking deep for Jennings. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Yeah, because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back, even with just 1 throw.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Chase it! 31!
From the red zone now, Watson tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Williams will try again. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have it.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 48, and he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Set. 10 Tucson.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or, even worse, an interception.
Alpha.
On second down, Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to go.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Third down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Mayfield. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Off the draw, here's Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And Jennings has it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. It's Hill, complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's a gain of 20.
Watson now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. The extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. This one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
After the interception, here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson gets this one to Hill. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Watson now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now Watson to throw again. And incomplete.
Watson's pass. Throw away and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Watson. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 17 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Chiefs 28, Chargers 21.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 40-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Check. 53's mine. 53's mine. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
A shotgun snap for Watson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We got this.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Watson. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are all tied at 28. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Mayfield now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw is Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Completes it to Jennings. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On 1st down. Dive. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 1st down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part.
And now here's another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf. 59, Mike to 59. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
60 outlaw. 61. Match box light. Score.
At the 14-yard line.
Shoot.
On 2nd and 9. Mayfield got his man. It's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Come on, QB, come on.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Dive. And down inside the 15 he goes. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Watson. Dye's got it, complete. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Here's Mayfield, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Mayfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Mayfield to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Let's go, baby.
So it's all going to ride here on the left foot of their kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now it all comes down to the left foot of their kicker. This from 51 yards for the win. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready. 60 yards. Bravo.
The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
All day, every day.
You gon' see me in your nightmare, son. You gon' see me in your nightmare. Check. Lucky.
They'll try the left side. Dive. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Dive. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That good for 19 and a first down.
First and goal, Chargers.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for our visitors, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.